この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Tiabu and I am here for the penultimate reaction to Mawaru Penguin Drum. We are on episodes 21 and 22, and we'll see if this follows the pattern we've had for the last 2 weeks. The last two pairs of episodes that we've had have been one pretty great, pretty solid episode, and then one absolutely spectacular, amazing episode. 17 and 18. 17 was pretty solid. 18 was this spectacular experience on the rooftop with Tabuki and this crazy whole setup and twists and turns and incredible like shot composition, and just the whole thing was put together amazingly. And then 19 and 20, 19 was heavy on the exposition in really interesting ways, told us a whole bunch of the stuff that's going on in this world, had some pretty incredible reveals as to what's actually going on, like, hey, Kamba's working for his parents, and they're still around, they're just chilling in a, like, family restaurant. Okay. And then there was 20, where we spent the majority of the episode in Flashback World, and got to see a lot of the we got to see the first meeting of Himari and the Takakura family, with Shoma out there with his apple, apparently the fruit of fate, just wandering around and finding this abandoned child in her amazing world of like chalk drawings on the walls, and the story of them discovering a kitten together and experiencing a tragic loss together, and then his resolve to not experience that same kind of loss when he has the chance to go after, and he does. He goes and he utilizes his power to be the thing that chooses. We've been talking a lot about the chosen and the unchosen, and Shoma makes a choice and chooses Himari, and gives her companionship, connection, a family. Wow, it was quite an episode. And that's not even touching on any of the really fantastic, like, ethereal child broiler sequences and the salvation that he brings to her, and the whole idea of an unme no hito, or like a fated person, which is then translated into soulmate, and some people in the comments had some gripes with that, which are reasonable. It was a really awesome episode, and I have no idea where we're going from here. We're so close to the end of Penguin Drum. This has been another wild ride by Ikuhara, but one with interesting pacing, where it never ramps up into insanity to the point where, like, it gets to be too much. It always then pulls back and shows us a little bit of the wholesome and more human elements of this story, and then goes back into utter insanity. It's been up and down and all around and topsy-turvy, twisty-turny, and I'm thrilled to be watching more of it. So, I don't know what's gonna happen next. I don't know where we even are at the moment. There's a lot that can happen. We will find out soon. So let's do that. I've got episode 21 of Mawaru Penguin Drum up and ready to go. It is at 0 seconds. There will be 2 versions of this reaction as usual. You can find a picture-in-picture version with the video up there, linked in the description, and a timer-based version up on YouTube. If you want to do a sync it thing, sync up your own copy with the timer version, you're welcome to do so. Just get your copy ready, because the beep beep timer to count you down will be coming at you now. Random people talking. Money? Money and parents don't something. Is that one of the peeps? Weekly Truth. We're avoiding showing his face the same way we are avoiding showing... Oh. Okay. So there's a news reporter who thinks that they're not really families. Or not really a family. Which we now know to be true. But at the same time, they're as much a family as anybody else. Maybe more so. Because we've had that comparison between, like, blood relatives versus found family, and theirs is kind of better. The way we obscured that journalist's face was very similar to Faceless Friend, Shoma's friend. Panda egg mandu. Oh, okay. Hello, giraffe. Okay. Fair enough. He sure did. And a weird card about the truth and penguins and stuff. Our house is a commercialized dollhouse. They painted the walls. Mom and Dad laughed. I was sad and lonely. What my brothers did for me, all Mika. Oh, Jesus. Welcome to this rundown, awful place. Bills on the fridge. Everyone else will abandon me as well. And it's dark and drab and gray, and then the paint. Through our actions, we bring life and light. Okay. Aw. Aw. Little cabin in the forest. Oh? Oh. Why does that feel so fucking weird? Ah. Sure. Okay. Penguin pillows. And to her own room she goes. Alice in Wonderland, some other books. Hello, Himari. Whenever she's in this bed, they just treat her. What Tabuki said has been bothering me. Ah. Bye, Kanba. Wonder where you're going. You gonna stalk him, Himari? Find out some things you don't want to know? Yup. Oh boy. Uh-huh. Gulp. About how Khan was. Same guy. Reporter's back. Scuba. Oh. I don't know if this is something you can just keep throwing money at. Ah, there they are. Sure. That's a fat stack. Is that the same cut? Is she gonna go in? What? What? But then, wait, what? Is that a dead body? Is this Sanatoshi's talk show? Okay. Sure. What the fuck? What does this have to do with the Sky Tower? Or Skytree? How interesting. Bro, what? Hmm? Hmm? What? 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 Bullshit. That wasn't there. Bullshit. That wasn't there. Sanatoshi did? What? Huh. What? What? That doesn't help. Got the pufferfish and the hot pot, but it was all in the. But I'm so confused. Hello, reporter guy. It's going and approaching all of them. The watch is a representation of him. He never really lied, he just never answered. And Sanatoshi's just been pushing you into it, pushing you into it. Of course. Of course, that'll solve the problem. Oh, we're doing this now? Yep. Oh, and Himari's fucking alone, waiting for them to come back and be a family. Ow. Thanks, show. Yep, thank you. Ow. Thanks. Everything for me. How can I save Khan, then? The Natsume residence. Ah. She's going to try and find help. Indeed. What? Sure. Except that they don't exist, apparently, because we went into that building and it wasn't like that. Yes, he is. So then what was the whole romance between her and Kamba? Wait, what? Okay, we're going to the fight. And back. Ah. Fully given into it now. Severing ties. Okay. No connection. I don't know if I can, man. We're gonna see what you're fully doing. Is that a murder? Oh my god. Was that the journalist? Oh my god. Removing people who get too close to the trail? Tabuki? What will you see in there? Oh, hi. It's still fucked. What about the body? Or is it not a body? Oh my god. Who's that? Hi, Yuri. Then, 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 wait, what? Huh? No. So? Why not? Our happiness comes from being together. That's how this works. Oh, he sucks. Gray. No, Himari. Don't fucking sad penguin alone. No, don't leave. Is that the first scarf? It's the first scarf. What if we don't instead? Hot no. It's obviously metaphorical, but I'm not sure what, but okay. Destined to die. And now all the light in the house is gone. One toothbrush. Oh, fuck this. Alone in the dollhouse bed. With the trappings and symbolism. Loss before loss. Huh. You just cut to this? This was... I feel like this is the hardest time I've had trying to parse an episode of Penguin Drum. This one was kind of all over the place. I'm not sure if it's intentionally so or if something will become more clear to me as I go through it again, but this one was all over the place. A lot of weird reveals. A lot of strange character moments. Not sure if they were all the way that I thought they would be. It was a catchy song, though. Don't know why it's here. It's weird. But okay. Sorry, what? Father's funeral, the day I came out, is where we met as the day I swore to protect her. Kamba. Huh. Ooh, thanks, Dad. Ooh, I shouldn't have chosen you. I've failed in family. What the fuck? Daw. Daw. Yep, that's how emotional pain works, Himari. Fuck. To always protect. That's Masako, right? Oh, okay. That's really cute, Lily Hoshino. It's all colorful and shit. Why'd you put that on this episode? What the fuck? Okay, 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 okay. Kama reaches the point of effectively no return, though there may be return. We've been wondering about his division from the rest of the family for a while, and it's finally happened, along with the reveal that he's not actually a part of the family, and that none of the three of them are siblings, even though they are the best, most effective family unit that we've had up until this point. Fuck. But I think the most interesting thing about this episode is the moment where they're revealed to be ghosts. I guess, is what we have going on here. So this is the third or fourth time that we've seen in the inside of this place. And we continue this conversation. Kamba rails against the unfairness of the world along with his parents, clearly taking on their ideology and continuing it forward into the new age. As Sanetoshi kind of says, he says that my associates will pass on my will through to their children or whatever. So this is happening, and we've seen this sequence or something like it over and over, and it is only when Himari enters this place that we discover that it is all a farce, that it is all either within Kanba's head or some kind of weird supernatural convoluted ghostiness, or he is just continuously haunted by the ghosts of his parents who are lost and gone. We get confirmation from that when Tabuki shows up and does the same thing, walks into the same place and discovers the true truth, which we don't get to see from Himari's perspective, but she sees, which is that Takakura Pops is super dead and has been for a long time. Fully skeletal thing just chilling in this abandoned building. What? And then there's, why are we focused on the sky tree during this conversation with Sanetoshi? Is there some symbolism there that I'm not getting? I guess. I don't know. And then, yeah, in the photo, he's definitely not there, and then he's there. Ghosts of Sanetoshi? What the fuck? And then he says that he's a ghost, which, okay, fine, sure, yeah, all right, you're a curse or a ghost or something. And then we've got this journalist reporter with the watch who we murder because reasons? I guess because he was getting too close and figuring shit out that they didn't want him to figure out. What was the original, what was the thing of the day? Money and parents don't think they'll last forever. Alright. Meet with Ringo. We continuously obscure this guy's face and just use the watch as the prime symbol of who he is and what he's about until he gets murdered by Kamba by the end. Penguins being weird. The explanation about this Mika doll house is actually really cute. the whole idea of it being a dollhouse, like a fantasy land, a commercialized thing. This strikes me as Ikuhara pulling from his experiences with like Maho Shoujo and highly commercialized shows, which will often have like tie-in dollhouses and figurines and things. And then the way that they kind of like they cue in and sing the theme song of that we can imagine is like an advertising jingle for this Mika house is weird and commercial and strange, but at the same time, it's really wholesome the way that we're told this story. We get some awesome visuals of the same place, but run down and dingy with like the drywall failing up here and like stains everywhere. And it's awful looking. There are bills on the wall, and the whole interior. There's nothing fun. There's no happy elephant water heater pitcher thing. There's nothing enjoyable about this place. It's just drab and gray and dingy and steel sheet walls, and it's shit. It's a hell house. And of course that mirrors a lot of the feelings that they're probably having about it, given that it's the place where their family was. So they cover it all over with a new coat of paint and revitalize it and turn it into a family that they have founded themselves that doesn't necessarily need to take anything from what's been there before. It is a fresh coat of paint on top of it, but the paint can chip away, I guess. There's something really strange about them building this almost a shrine to their sister's childhood around her bed. They say it as like we built her a Mika house or a bed just like Mika to idolize something commercially. This is where I get a little bit confused here. We've talked before about how layers upon layers of symbolism is something that Ikuhara often does and is clearly doing throughout Penguin Drum. And usually when I start peeling back those layers, I start to feel like I'm at least getting somewhere in the symbolic world of things that makes a little bit more sense, or the bits and pieces of the layers mesh together into something semi-coherent, if vague and nebulous and sprawling and thematic. I don't know what we're going for here. I'm a little bit confused by it. Obviously, there's an emotional content to this idea of them, like, helping their sister and turning this place into a home as opposed to a house, making little mistakes along the way and then fixing them up. And all these things become, like, symbolic touchstones or anchors that we've been experiencing throughout the course of the show. But, what? And then we frame her this way through the scene. We've seen her in bed before, but always from the front or like above when Kamba is like looming over her or when they're talking to her while she's asleep. But this framing from the side feels very different and very strange, and obscuring everything with foreground objects kind of crushes her down. Very strange episode. Flashback through to here. I know your secret, know what you're up to, follow him to the place, discover the thing. Flashback to a journalist coming over, unclear what time this is, but it's a scoop. It's a scoop. And then this place built of memories or ghostliness. Then the weird radio broadcast by Sanetoshi after he's already like subsumed the doctor's position to be the doctor here, and then the doctor comes back and he confirms something that we had wondered about, which was that I was mere inches away from succeeding, yada yada, but I got stopped by this crazy Momoko girl with the ability to change fate or whatever. Huh? And then we get our full breakdown of family ties and almost, honestly, it's almost a Dio I reject my humanity moment in a way. It's I Kamba reject my familial ties, the real ones that are right in front of me, and instead choose to follow my dead parents who aren't actually there, and they're only real to me and not to you. Their influence affects only me, and everyone else sees them as skeletons very literally in the closet of this rundown, beaten, abandoned place. Huh? It's a cool scene, though. I won't take that away from it. The Dutchy angles, the wind blowing, the variable saturation throughout the sequence. All right, and then we turn to Masako, and she tells us that she and Kamba are biological brothers, which... What? What? Then what was the whole romance subplot with her and Kamba? Why did she try to convince him that they were together? Okay, and then we intercut between pictures of them and some pretty crazy cuts of things fighting. This is gonna sound weird, but that looks like Umakoshi work? I don't know. He normally doesn't do just key animation. Right? I don't know what it is about that sequence. It reminds me so much of like Umakoshi designed Precure. It looks like a Heartcatch scene. It looks like Cure Moonlight or Dark Precure. It's so weird. What the fuck? All right, hold on. Did Umakoshi have anything to do with Mawaru Penguin Drum? Umakoshi. It's even got the eye. The Umakoshi eye. Yeah, what? Oh, he's a freelance animator. Did you have anything to do with Penguin Drum? No. Penguin Drum TV key animation, OP1 and 5 episodes. Episodes 5, 7, 13, 18, and 24, which is not this episode. What? There's no way that I could go through all the key animators who've worked on this show and find the one that maybe did this cut. And if I go to Sakagaburu and start to find it, or try to find it, it'll take me, 1, it'll take me forever, and 2, I'll probably spoil myself on some other things that are going to happen. Rip. If anybody knows who drew this particular cut, I would like to know that. It's a cool cut. And it's really neat. All right, and then it punches Shoma out. And it's just like, yep, we're not brothers anymore. Fuck you. We go a little bit Dutch on all the angles that Kamba's in, and it's because he's off kilter. It makes sense, and he rejects their whole family tie, which we've seen for the entire show, and we know it's real. Damn it, Kanpa. Don't do that. Okay, and then he orders a hit, calls it in, and the giant penguin truck smashes up the journalist guy who's been hounding them for a little while. Then we turn our attention to Tabuki and Yuri, who discover that their entire revenge plot has been all for naught because Takakura guy is already dead. He's gone. He's just a ghost that influences people from the great beyond. And then she fucking gives back the old scarf, the first scarf, and walks away in the cutest little pink dress with the little fluffy thing. She's like a little pink Santa Claus, and it's amazing. And then we have this moment where we show Kamba moving toward his goal, and I'll definitely save you. I must stop Kanba. He is completely off the rails, but he is on track for Sanatoshi's goals. And then a very, very out of place ED, and then an ending sequence where we see their bond formed. And all right, props where props are due. Lil Himari putting a band-aid on your face and just being like, you're not in pain anymore. Aw, Himari, if only you knew that this will lead into like a decade of torture for you and this child. Yeah, that'll be good. This was a very strange episode of Penguin Drum. All right, I'm gonna look up some things about it. See who like episode directed it and stuff. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, episode director is Mitsue Yamazaki, who also did 2, 16, 11, 14, 21, and 24 apparently. So a whole bunch of episodes. None of which were super mega standout ones, I don't think. Weird. Apparently also storyboarded episodes 21 and 22. So we're in Mitsue Yamazaki land for this reaction. All right, cool. Let me see if I can find anything else. Okay, didn't find anything else super interesting in skimming staff lists and stuff, but completely glossed over the fact that Yuri and Tabuki might die. Like, they discover that the object of their desire to destroy things and get vengeance or whatever is already dead, and then maybe you're about to get knife murdered. This was kind of a whirlwind of an episode. It felt like, I don't want to be like too mean to it, but it felt like we were trying to rush through some plot points. The whole yeah, by the way, Sanetoshi is just like my assistant, doctor's assistant, who also is a mythical weird person who lives in Spaceland, in a giant library, and has superpowers, but also he's just the head of the Kika group. Okay. Kamba just sort of severs all ties to the thing. The journalist just sort of dies. The Tabuki and Yuri achieve some kind of peace, I guess. Our home being the moment where they're like, oh, maybe we can actually have something together, and then stabs. This was weird. This was a weird episode. I don't know how to feel about it. It's kind of all over the place. Maybe it'll all sort of come together in the next episode, and things will like emerge from whatever the hell this was. Let's find out. I'll pull up episode 22 and do a breaky thing and a syncy thing, and we'll be back in a moment for it. See you in a moment. Peace. All right, we are synced up and good to go for Penguin Drum episode 22. So let's just do it. Beep beep timer. Oh, hi. Wait, are those are coming to see you right now? Those are Double H. They got the scarves. Oh, we knew that they got the scarves, but they're coming to visit? What? This is really weird looking. Double H is coming to visit. Uh, oh, that's completely unexpected. Just out of nowhere. Okay. I guess a connection that you had discounted comes back to help you, maybe? Either way, I'm excited. That's completely out of nowhere. What now? Okay. It's Hibari and Hikari, right? Hey, what up? Yeah. Yep. You sure did. That's really cute. Are they supposed to sound like the little bunnies? Or is that just coincidence? Oh, yeah, she left. Hmm. 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 Hi, show. Feeling all bad right now? Probably. Oh, he's got his own scarf. Yeah. Hi, Ringo. The scarf left. Ah. That's not good. Oh boy. What are they? Explosive teddy bears? Oh, and they've become a mechanical version of the pink teddy that they have for her. It's just completely oh, Jesus. To the forest. Got all this code stuff. Unbelievable words from Sanetoshi. I just want to save Himari. Right. Just smiling and smiling. Can't kill a ghost. What is dead may never die. Hello, bunnies. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, Kamba. Your whole world is falling apart. Bullshit. Join us on the train. Ah. Hi, Himari. Oh, boy. I love this location. So out of place. The Band-Aid? Hope. Hope. And he pushes her away. Yeah. You'll destroy yourself. Just like the Tabuki roof. Oh. Now she's where Mario was. Super warped. Oh boy. Turn it. Can you do that? That seems like a yes. Fading out again. Fuck, that's pretty. Ringo and Yuri? Blade pointed at me, an unexpected person who tried to stab me. Who would have thought it would turn out? Tabuki took the... Yup. Really? You again? No turning back. That's a good question. Um... Um... Boom? Yeah, that's not suspicious. What a weird thing. Wow, that's cool. Sanatoshi, eh? He's too far gone, man. He won't listen. Oh, there's a thing inside that statue that we've seen like a billion times. What is this place, Kamba? Eh? And now you've been pulled into it. Uh... This is intense. I'm enjoying it. Hmm. The underground. We're going on a staircase to another world. Sure it is. Our Father? Was their father, her father, involved in the thing? Jesus, Kamba. Jesus. Just spiraling out of control here. Murdering cops. What the fuck? I think you lost him. I think he's gone. Shards of glass falling. Can I take the shot for her? What? Day I parted, my brother abandoned the Natsume clan to keep everything for Mario and me. So from the beginning, he has been self-sacrificing. And now he may be ending in self-sacrifice. Holy shit, the music. What? Oh. Holy shit, are we doing a big damn hero moment for Masako? Or are we gonna cut to ED now? Oh my god, we actually undercut it by murdering her? I was thinking that would be a great thing to do, like if we just... She, like, does the badass speech, goes out, gets immediately shot to death? We just did it, but off screen. What? Sorry, what? What? And it fits with cycles of violence and continuously pulling in people who are only tangentially related into the violent experience. Doing this again. Inside the box. 10 years ago, I was all alone. Huh? Is that Kamba? No, it's Shoma. Oh! Whoa! That's so good. The little highlights on the line art itself, like around here, they add so much, and their eyes are so vibrant. I really love Lily Hoshino's art. Sometimes it just takes my breath away. It's just awesome. This one's really cool. With all the symmetry built into it. Oh, it's so cool. Okay. This episode, though. This episode was weird. Alright, so title was A Beautiful Coffin, right? Beautiful Casket. And then we have Shoma in a box. This feels very Utena in a coffin-esque. Sorta. Kinda. Not really. I don't know what the fuck. I have no clue about this episode. This was a wonky one again, which makes for two real wonky episodes. This one had some gorgeous soundtrack stuff going on in it though, which worked really well, and some like visual callbacks to previous scenes, like the glass falling and shattering, but this time in a very different context as he leaps in to try and take a bullet for her, and then she returns the favor by doing this big damn heroes moment speech. We get this slow pan up her leg and then her waist and then up her back, and it's all really gorgeous. I really like the style of the line art throughout all of this whole sequence. And then she goes out and we get this badass posing moment, and then we just off-screen murdered Masako? I don't know how else to interpret that. That's what happened there, right? I mean, she survived a fight with Yuri, who had a Gatling gun, so maybe she'll be fine. Totally. Or did she have the Gatling gun and Yuri had a crossbow or something? I don't fucking know. I have no idea. Alright, the whole Double H introduction sequence is ridiculously fun and very strange because of that. Every moment where they simultaneously turn their faces, there's something weird going on in the animation. Yeah. Is it in 24? It is. And that's why it looks so weird. Okay. Thought so. And they have arrived to give something to Himari, who they can't give it to because she fucking left last episode because she's all sad for legitimate reasons. What? Alright, and they show up and they're cute and they talk to Ringo and it's pretty cute, and then they walk by Shoma and it sucks. Everybody has scarves in this episode. Shoma's got his purple scarf. Ringo at some point has a green scarf. Sanetoshi and Kamba kind of fight. Kamba's in this crazy location with all of these screens monitoring them putting teddy bears that look like the bear in Rock and Roll Night into boxes and sending them to places for reasons, while the penguins read either porn mags, because of course, or just like books. Okay. And then there's this whole sequence where Himari appears. And in almost every shot that she's drawn throughout the sequence, I am stunned by the way that she is rendered. She's done so beautifully, like the hair in tangles and curls. And it's all in this desaturated, heavy blue that's reminiscent of the doctor's office. But every scene with her, like, look at that. Like, her existence in this frame is practically like the landscape of the frame itself. And it divides it this way, and there's all this stuff going on in the background that doesn't matter. It just fades out. And even with all of the bluiness, it's just, oh, it's really beautiful. Some really fucking gorgeous scenes. What I gave you. Yes. So much left unsaid in this episode. Hell, maybe that's the point of the episode. And she is desperately trying to do the exact same thing that she did on during the Tabuki rooftop episode, which is like, I don't want you to self-sacrifice. If I'm gonna die anyway, stop hurting yourself. It's not worth it. Oh my god. And then she chases and runs through this crazy computer world. I don't know. Just a crazy land, opens a door and finds herself in the penguin aquarium. We are now in full-on metaspace. Some crazy fisheye warpy stuff that makes everything real freaky, like this. That's like so far beyond the way you normally warp a fisheye like this. It's crazy. And it works because it's weird. She is here and isolated completely. Nobody else is here. She begs to God to return everything. Return her life to Kamba. Save him, please. But she can't? Like, she is shot and seems to die. Maybe. The penguin is fading out. Again, the hair is just gorgeous. It almost looks like Lily Hoshino stylization. And we jump from there to here, and it's all blown out and overlit. And we get this moment. We have a different self-sacrifice. This is just, like, people dying for the people they care about, the episode. Hawa? And then violence cyclical. You're a Baroque of love and sin. Again, but so out of place this time, because the rest of the episode doesn't function in that same kind of theatrical space. We just have this overblown theatrical character waltz in and then stab and then say lines and then leave. And it's sad, but what? And he comes away with, we were left behind because we were already beyond help as children, and everyone else is just like us too, and all we needed was to hear someone tell us, I love you. But nobody in the rest of the group actually says that to each other, and nobody's able to save each other. And obviously, there's this idea that's like, oh, society produces people like us, uh, and specifically, like, parental units produce people like us by not actually caring about / having connections to their children. Then there's the whole thing with the penguins. And then there's this whole sequence where she tries to help him and then gets dragged into hell with him as he's walking along and just like deleting people using a phone app where he just flickety flackety bowls and bombs come out of nowhere and then people murder. What? I guess a part of it is like Yuri's continuously chasing after him, like, or not Yuri, Masako is continuously chasing after him, like, no, you can still turn back when he's clearly way off the deep end and cannot turn back at this point. He's like, yeah, I'm just gonna murder that guy, and I'm gonna murder that guy, and I'm gonna murder that guy. Don't worry, you could totally save me. And then that's pretty dramatically indicated by the sequence where they're crushed to the very top of the screen. Like, effectively, our aspect ratio is like 1920 by 180 pixels. It's just like a tiniest bit of the screen. Almost feels like certain Monogatari sequences. It's pretty cool. I like this scene a lot. Extending the world out around them and creating this tiny place where they exist, and a really simple single path for Kamba to continue walking down, you could say. And then we enter this statue that's been in the background a billion times, do some crazy stuff, get almost metaphorically surrounded by cops, and continue to dive deeper and deeper and deeper instead of actually surrendering as she begs and begs and begs for him to turn around. But her following him, as she does, and trying to convince him otherwise, is going to lead to her death, and does, as far as I can tell. She embraces him in very much the same way that Himari does. His real sister and his real sister both do the same thing, trying to get him to stop, and he, once again, pushes her away, moves away, and is interrupted by external forces, and makes his choices. Explodify them all. We're shown cruelty and brutality, but dehumanized. We only see, I guess, well, there are two things going on here. One, we have like masks over people, so we don't really see their faces, but we do see a foot and a hand. And like, when you're doing horror or like a detective-y story, showing the hand is as humanizing as you can get without showing the face of a person. Like showing the hand of a corpse or the foot of a corpse. These are the human elements that we cue into. You'll often see it in the morgue scene during a detective thing. You'll see a hand out from under the towel, or you'll see the feet out from under the towel, and it's like, oh, that's a person. And that's what this does. It avoids humanizing them, but it still humanizes them, which is really strange. And it works, but it's strange. The lights blare on. He takes the shot for her, but is seemingly alive. Ends up surrounded by his new family, if you will. And she decides, because of this, to perpetuate something? And goes out to fight in order to like pull an I'll hold them off sequence, but it's completely undercut by the off-screen super murder. What? Okay, I'm gonna take a minute and think about this, I guess. Also, I have to use the bathroom, so I'll be back in a minute, and then we'll try and piece this together a little bit more. Okay. Going through again, this scene between Ringo and Shoma strikes me as really interesting, and maybe gives a little bit of at least visual language connection between some of the other scenes. There's a lot of focus on hands, specifically Shoma's hands, like grasping his knees, like arr. But it's like futility and emptiness. Every shot in the house here, like we've talked about the house being warm and inviting and colorful and wonderful, and it is that way when it's shot in the wides and we see all of the knickknacks and stuff and the colors and things. Instead, we have all these really close-up shots, and this is the widest we get. There are little hints of brightness, but when we see the same scene from a different angle, it's just shrouded in darkness, the darkness of Himari being missing. this is as close as we get to colorful, but everything else is like this. That emptiness behind the desaturation, the gray, the darkness in the background is looming. It's kind of neat that it's such a different vibe from the same location. Even these close-ups of the pictures don't really show us any of the vibrancy of the household. They're memories, but they're not now. They're not here and present. There's absence. And then we go immediately into the desaturated and blue space here that we've already talked about. And a little bit later, I mean, we have all this talk in code, and Kamba seems to be, oh yeah, we have the flashback to Kamba and Sanetoshi fighting, Sanetoshi revealing that he is an ingraspable curse. And again, we have hands grasping at something and unable to reach it. There's a lot of characters reaching out or using their hands to like grab other characters, and then that character pushes them off. It's weird. It's interesting. And in this case, reach out for revenge against Sanetoshi or similar, and have him just escape and reveal that he is himself a part of a specter of their past, something that they cannot escape. And then we have hands again as she wraps her arms around Kamba, tries to hold him here, tells him, I love you, but it's too late. It doesn't fit with what Tabuki says. Tabuki says, like, that was all I needed to hear, but for Kamba, it is way too late. And he shrugs her off, pushes her away, and off she goes. And she grasps at him again, and he pushes her off again. And we show again a focus on her hands. Hands. And then there's this sequence. I don't know what the fuck happens here. Honestly, I don't know. There are some really crazy cool visuals here. She begs God to give it all back, and God says yes? And shoots her through the heart? A little bit confused by that. Not sure how to think about that. And then there's this whole thing, which is like, where does the story stop and the metaphor begin? I don't know, and maybe that's part of the point, but it's pretty weird. Then Masako says some things, reaches out for him, he pushes her away, and then she just dies. I guess we didn't need the rest of Masako's story. Okay. So Himari is maybe dead? Masako's definitely dead. Kamba's, like, hospitalized. Shoma's a sad boy. Being all sad. Ringo's just off in the void, just walking around. What the fuck is this episode? What were both of these episodes? These were really weird. I mean, I said at the very beginning of this video, but we've had two pairs of, like, pretty good episode, pretty crazy episode, pretty good episode, pretty crazy episode. Now we've got two episodes that are just, like, a mishmash of mangliness. It kind of feels like it's falling apart just a little bit. Just a little bit. Like, maybe we had a little bit too much story going on here, and we need to wrap it up, and we can't wrap it all up, so we'll kill Masako, and... What? Well, we're gonna end this reaction in a place of pretty much confusion. A lot of interesting things, some really cool visuals, some strange stuff. Things are clearly building up to kind of a fever pitch and a fast pace. I'm just not sure what direction we're going with all of that. It seems to be that as we're speeding up, we're getting a little bit less coherent. And maybe that's just me not taking it all in as well as I could, which is totally possible. Or maybe it's just that the pace of it is a little bit speedier, and so I'm not catching what I should be. But it feels a little bit less coherent, a little bit less cohesive than previous episodes. I'm hoping that our final reaction, our final two episodes, will seal everything together and whip all of these loose threads into a string, like into a rope again. We'll see. It'll be challenging, but I mean, Ikuhara can do it if anyone can. All in all, this was a really weird reaction to Penguin Drum. Apologies for that, I guess. Okay, we'll just leave it here. I've been Tiabu. This has been Penguin Drum, episodes 21 and 22. I hope you've enjoyed them as much as I have, and if you have any thoughts or knowledge about these episodes, or interpretations of the things that happen in these episodes that aren't spoilery for what's to come, and you think you can, like, put it into order a little bit better than I have done, I would love to read those. Throw them in the comments, please. I'm desperate for information and or interpretations or ideas, so throw them at me and I'll read them. I appreciate it. Anyway, I'll see you next week for the finale. Peace.